Good day buddies, as promised on our recent episode, we're doing a new DIY setup in this video. As our new CREMATOGASTER colonies need some upgrade. And as a result on the poll, we're doing both of the choices, which is the wooden and formicarium setups. Big thanks to those who participated on our poll. Anyway, welcome back buddies. And for those new to the channel, you're also welcome to DColonyyt. We'll be needing a container in this video for the outworld. I'm using this one, a cake box container made of acrylic. For those who's interested in this type of container, the product link was on the description below. We'll also need a piece of acrylic sheet. I'm using this 2 mm thick for the base. This will support the hanging nest later on. We're drilling holes on the base plate and on the outworld as well. Then attach magnets to the holes. This way the maintenance on our ant farm will be much simpler in the long run, which I will explain later on. Anyway, I'm using cyanoacrylate adhesive in gluing the magnets. After letting it dry for several hours, we can now proceed to the next step. We're going to glue some driftwoods together to form a tree-like structure. This will make the ants feel they're living on a tree. I know the outcome will not be as high as the trees in the wild, but it's still an upgrade for the ants. Since this will be the first time for the workers to experience such elevation. And our tree has been constructed. Our next stop is making the nest. Anyway, this wood was the one we're using in cutting acrylic glass in our previous DIY builds. Now it's his turn to be cut, and turn into an ant nest. And since we're doing an arboreal wooden setup, it's just right to use a wood as the main material of the nest. I believe this will be the best for the colony. Since most acrobat ants naturally lives in a forest, arboreal high up in the trees, or in rotting woods. Cause giving your pets a habitat that's as natural as possible, will be boosting their health, including the success of the colony. Using a pencil, we're going to draw the chambers of the nest, to have some guide in carving. And it's done, but before we start carving, don't forget to wear a mask and goggles for safety. We'll be using a rotary tool in making the chambers. After several minutes of work, we're done in carving the tunnels. Time to drill the nest entrance, over here. For the nest cover, we're using an acrylic glass. I'm going to screw it temporarily while adjusting the size of the glass. I rinse it with water to remove the dust particles in the nest. Anyway, for the nest hydration, we're using a sponge to help retain moisture longer. We can drill a hole on the wood, or in the glass, to serve as watering ports. And the nest is done. We can now start setting up our new ant farm buddies. First, let's install the driftwood tree we built earlier. Just do it slanted like this, then slide the magnets to attach. This way the impact will be reduced, avoiding the container and magnets to cracked. Let's install the nest next. We can just put it here, but I plan to hang it in the branches like a beehive. So, we're going to screw a wire at the back, to serve as the hanger. I plan to hang more smaller nests soon, once the colony need more space. I applied Fleon barrier on the outworld, and let it dry for 24 hours. Let's lay a sand substrate in. We're also adding some rocks. I also replace the screws with bigger size, to make it more secure. Hang some moss, to make it not look so plain. Then we're hydrating some parts of the substrate, to at least raise the humidity in the outworld. And I guess it's now ready for our CREMATOGASTER colony to occupy. They really needed an expansion as shown on our previous episode. I'm having trouble cleaning their little outworld. They also started to occupy the new test tube we offered, which they made as a garbage area the first time. Anyway, let's just put their current setup inside, and wait for them to do the move. I find the colony hard to move from one test tube to another, but I have a feeling they will move out early, as acrobat ants love to nest in woods. We'll be covering the whole move of the colony buddies in another video, but I promise they will move the whole colony in less than 24 hours, as majority of the broods and workers had already moved in, including the gorgeous queen. The formicarium setup buddies will also be on another video, as this video were already long enough. Don't worry, as I already started making some. About the maintenance of our new setup that I'm talking earlier, in changing ant barrier, and maybe an annual heavy cleaning. I already prepared another outworld here, with magnets of course. So we can just replace the old outworld with a clean one when needed. I will need to do it once a year maybe, as a flow-on barrier will last several months, sometimes up to a year. So it will be an easy task to do. I will also maintain cleanliness by doing spot-up cleaning, while waiting for the outworld change for once, or twice a year of heavy cleaning. I just hope you have learned something from this video guys. Be a genie for the first time, by granting my wish and tapping the like and share button, that would help a lot. This is DColonyyt, saying goodbye. For now. But hoping to see you on my next videos.